There we go. So how do I turn Fable or filters on and off? Just like that. Ah. Is there like a filters panel? I don't have a Stream Deck yet, but I should get one. I think I can download the Elgato Stream, the app though, and use it on my phone. Or there might be even a mobile or a desktop app. Yeah, I think I can use this. Elgato downloads. Can I use this just on my Mac? Whatever. I don't need to do this today. I just wanted to get the blur so I can turn the blur on and off, and that's easy enough. Let me see if there's like a so I just do that and then it goes. Okay. Cool. So we already have seen that we can log to the console, right? Like that's working. Let me just make sure that's working again. Boom, hello, Twitch. I guess I should say something else, but it's fine. Okay. I'm thinking the next thing we want to do is we either want to do the OAuth stuff for refreshing tokens or dive right into the WebSocket client. So let's take a peep at the API endpoints for OAuth and see if that's going to be something that's pretty easy. I already have one of the endpoints made in Yak. Wow, we got some Green Day playing. This is a throwback. I don't ever want to be you. Let me go post in the Gleam Discord. I don't know you. All right. So if we're looking at this, and it's probably, there's got to be like authentication, right? Or is that under users? Streams, user, get user, block user. Is there not API docs for authentication in this list? Well, like if I, hold on, let me make sure I'm not gonna leak anything. So for example, there's endpoints like OAuth to /token and OAuth to revoke. And there's got to be an endpoint for refreshing OAuth tokens, right? Because I get a refresh token. So that's what I would like to implement, authentication. Maybe I should just read the docs, right? Okay, this is not helpful at all. Getting OAuth tokens. So we have some of this done. This is the one right here. Yeah, this is the response I'm getting in my REST client. I haven't had mine expire yet. Mine expired overnight. Do you have like some sort of automatic refreshing? So let's just add this real quick so I can end up so I can like script this at some point in Gleam rather than constantly just spinning up a bun server and doing this. Because right now what we do, wow, the hell is that? Let's go to source, glitch, API, and then we'll add OAuth, I guess. Or maybe we just make it auth. Come in here and let's say I do not have auto. Huh, that's weird. And we're gonna say this is get token. So let's just yoink this endpoint. And let's grab the body, which I have the body over here. It's a URL encoded form. I guess I can keep that on my left over here. All right, I think I have what I need to write this. We'll do that next. All right, let's just knock this out quick. And let's use our chat API as a reference point. And we'll come in here and we'll say, pub function, this will be get token, and this is going to take a client, which is a client, and we don't have our type yet, so let's just say pub type get token request, and this will be a type that is named after itself. I made that work. There we go. And this will have a client ID, which will be a string, and it will have, in fact, we don't even need that on there, because that will be on the client. We need a code. Code will be a string. And we have a grant type, which will make a type for that. So let's come up here, say type, grant type. And we need to import glitch / API / client and bring in our client type. And we'll just say this is going to be a to-do. And let's see here. What else do we need? We need a redirect URI. Which will be a URI. So let's go up and import that. Okay, so we need a grant type. And our grant types are going to be one will be authorization code. One will be implicit flow. Where are my grant types? And device code. Okay. Client credentials. You're only going to use, yeah, I'm only going to use this, but I want to have the support built in for other people to use this for any use case. But we're going to start with the authorization code. All right. So let's then do pub function grant type to string. This will take a grant type. It's going to be a grant type. And we're going to return a string. And this is going to have other people are losers. Case grant type authorization code will be let's see here, authorization Gleam slash result, and we want type result. And then we also want import Gleam Gleam slash response. Okay, and that's going to be this is going to have had to steal your decode 11 function, needed a decode 12. Classic. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna end up just copying this entire folder right here to every Gleam project. Like just all these extended modules I have, just like with helper functions in it that extend whatever library I'm dealing with. Okay, so this is gonna have an access token, which will be a string. Expires in, which will be a int, it looks like. And then we'll have a refresh token, which will be a string. We'll have a pub type scope. We're gonna have to do the scopes here, which is gonna be somewhat annoying, but it's fine. We might ask ChatGPT to do it for us, because I don't have Copilot anymore. Scope will be a list of scope. And then we have token type, which I guess we can make a token type. Pub type, token type. And that will be bearer. And then we'll say pub function, token type, toString. Now we'll take a token type, return a string, case, token type, and that'll be on bearer, and that'll just be bearer. Where's the syntax error? Yeah, I wish we had, even if I would be totally satisfied if they like added specific macros to the language, right? Rather than just giving like free form ability if they want to keep it simple, just like being able to tag this with like at, I don't even know what you would call it. I know OCaml calls it show. At show and like at Serde, right? Something like this. And like if those things were like built into the language rather than exposing metaprogramming to everybody, like that would be helpful. I'd be okay with that. Maybe I'll do like write a proposal. Yeah. All right, does anyone see my syntax error here? Because I'm not seeing it. I see it. Do I not need to bring that in? What am I doing wrong here? This actually isn't even a list. So we can get rid of this. This will be get token response. There we go. All right, so that looks good. Where should we do? I wonder if we should do like a shared types folder. Let's not even do that. We can just do it. Let's not. We'll keep it simple. We'll move it out when we need to. So scope is going to be this annoying enum. Let's go get a scope list quick. So, okay, so API has its own scopes, and then PubSub and this have its own scopes. I think I might just treat them as all the same. Feels weird to differentiate them. All right, let's see if I can just get a list of these quick. Where's this table? Give me the table. Give me the table. Give me the table. And we're gonna say, what's the DOM API for this? What is this? This is a function? That's not what I wanted. Oh, it's 0. Ryan, do you have a string list of this? Event sub. All right, we can do this. We can do this. Let's break out the, grab the table body. So we'll say we have 0 equals body. Say body equals 0, and then we'll say body dot I can't even remember the DOM API to iterate over children. Is it just children? Child nodes? Text. Where is it getting text from? Table text, table row, text, table row. All right, so let's say, is it children? Yeah, there we go. Children dot for each. Can we just do like a console.log? See if that works. For each is not a function. Is that not an iterator? Oh, okay. For let child of body dot children. Can we do console.log child? There we go. So now we have our child, and then we can say a child has a first child. We'll say scope cell. Let scope cell. Well, we can really say scope equals child dot children at the 0th indexed dot inner HTML. And then we should be able to log that. Undefined. Really good. That's really good. Okay. So we gotta get, isn't it? Body.text. Inner text. That's what we want. There we go. Okay. So then we go here and we grab this and we say let scopes equals an array, and then we'll just say scopes dot push scope, and then we'll have it. Yeah. Scopes. Great. And then we'll just say scopes. Excellent. Now this is a workable format. And then we'll go to ChatGPT. We also need the other ones. I'm missing convert this list of scopes into constructors in this Gleam type. Type scope where into the scope Gleam type. The pattern is some scope name to some scope name. Do that, and then we need to grab that other table of scopes down at the bottom. We need this table too. And we'll say this t-body now. We'll say body equals $0, and then we can run the same function. Now we should have scopes. Yeah. And we can grab that and just add that to our list after you. Boom. Thank you, truly. My keyboard is a Keychron Q4 with glorious panda switches and some simple mods. always did what they were told. Let's just go ahead and break this out to another file while we're in here. We'll say scope.gleam. You're quite welcome. What up, Billy? Truly. Also, we have a point redemption where you can spend 1,000 bytes or points to win a chance for a key car on Q4. Great. Who needs metaprogramming when you have ChatGPT? Did I just miss the end? Yeah, I did. There we go. Now write a Gleam function called toString that converts our constructors to strings. The syntax looks like this. Example of Gleam toString code. I currently use a K2V2 metal build, hot swappable, etc. Nice. The K models are the Bluetooth ones, right? Keychron K2V2. Nice. Yeah, we have super similar keyboards. Here's what mine looks like. I don't know, I can't even see my stream camera here, if this is focused or not. Yeah, there it is. And what's crazy is I just use a MacBook microphone. I think I got them off Etsy. Mudine, I am not. I was never really a big numpad user in the first place, and I use my caps lock key to toggle another layer, and then I use HJKL as my arrow keys when I'm on that layer, which is really, really nice. I picked that tip up off of Cassidy. Crawling in my skin. Nice. Okay. I am back down to one keyboard like a normal person. I'm proud of you. That's personal growth, Badger. Very proud of you. Let's make a from string function. And do I have any from string in this? So we have a user from string. Where did that come from? From string? So let's just write like a simple example to show ChatGPT to get this written. Pub fun. Well, I guess we can show it this. Next example, Gleam code. Assume we have a invalid scope type with a constructor with a invalid scope string constructor. Whoa, this is a new UI. Well, immediately, I like the right side. Maybe I make a little command line tool in Gleam that just sends types to OpenAI to generate this stuff as a intermediary to getting macros. And we can just like prime the context with like this example. That would be so funny. And it would get so much use too. How do you configure the Gleam LSP with NVIM? I will show you. It's very easy. Let me get through this bit, Mario, and I will show you. Does that still count as metaprogramming? Think you found a loophole? I might have. I'm gonna post this in the Gleam Discord. Put this in off topic. A Gleam CLI that accepts a type definition and calls to open API / ChatGPT to generate to/from string and JSON Serde. Metaprogramming will find a way. Okay, so we got that. We can close that. Hopefully this code is made. Sir, you need to continue. Continue. Jesus Christ. Okay. We'll grab that and we'll go back to scope. And we'll come down here, paste that. All right, where is our error? Oh, we need to, yep. So let's go down to from string and we'll set Jesus. Pub type invalid scope, and this will have a constructor that is invalid scope of string. Nice. Beautiful. We now have fully typed scopes. So apparently there's something called glance. Let's see what glance is. A Gleam source code parser? Okay. And what was the other one? Okay, this was made by Louis. Nice. Let's see what that other one, glance printer. Pretty printer for the glance AST. Okay, that's good to know. Okay. Can I write this out? Can I take an AST and write it to, where are the functions in here? What up, Patel? Thank you for the resubscription. I super appreciate you. I appreciate all the support, y'all. Glance, yeah, maybe I need to look at glance printer. Okay, so, okay, that's what I was looking for. Glance prints source code and not AST. Cool, okay. I don't mind that. I think that's fun. I like having fun names for packages. As long, and like Hex has a pretty good search system. So like, I don't think it hurts discoverability that much. Yeah, we could use this for code gen. Just not, you would have to like, hold on, I have a great image for this. I can, hold on, I'll just bring this, I'll bring the chat over so you can all see what I'm doing right now. Wall. Gen Gleam, oh my god. There's so many fun things we could do. Let's keep an eye on some of these things. Why did that go to my shopping list? Come on, Google. Get your ish together. All right. So we got this nice scope package. And now we can go back to our auth. and we can get rid of this scope, and we'll jump up here, and we'll bring in import glitch slash API slash scope, and we'll bring in our scope type. In fact, it might be nice to have a list of all the scopes. So let's say we have a const. In fact, we can probably just use a macro for that. Yank in that, and we'll say const scopes, and that'll be a list of scope, and this will equal boom. Open that, paste that, and then we'll start recording a macro. We'll find the arrow, we'll change it in the line, we'll put a comma in, we'll go down over Q, and let's just go 25 at Q, and we'll do that again. Let's just do like 30 at Q, 30 at Q, 30 at, and 10 at Q, and 3 at Q. There we go. So now we have a list of all the scopes. That's a pub const. That's a useful export. We don't need that. Let's go ahead and say git add add scopes. Git push. All right, so let's go finish implementing. If we, hopefully we have enough boilerplate here to do the rest of this. Let's open up our chat as an example, and we're going to basically copy this pattern here. This song is plus 44, so it is not Tom DeLonge. Who's the other guy in Blink? Not Tom. Why can't I put my name on it? The other singer in Blink's band before Blink. So we need to URL encode a form, but I don't know how to do that. So let's just equals request dot new. We'll say we need to bring in u request. You have some power. That's so funny. Yeah, Mark Hoppus. There we go. Oh, fuck. Yeah, thank you, Mario. Yes. Okay. Sorry, my ADHD meds have not kicked in. So the thing you're going to want to do, I'm assuming you're probably using LSP config. What the hell is wrong with this screen? If we go to LSP, I will say, Ryan, that I got diagnosed with ADHD when I was 30, so a year and a half ago. And like I'm on a pediatric dose of Vyvanse, like pediatric dose, and the amount of difference it makes is bananas. Like, hold on, I'll finish this rant on ADHD in a minute. So, what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna add Gleam to your servers, Mario, but you do not want Mason to install it. In fact, I think Louis even opened a PR to remove Gleam from Mason. So if you look in here, I don't even know if it's in here anymore. Yeah, you see it's deprecated. So you're not going to want Mason to install it for you. But you do want it in your list for LSP to configure. So you'll iterate over it. And like the other way you could do this is like, right, you could do like require LSP config, and then it'd be .gleam .setup, and then you would pass in capabilities and your own attach, and that's probably all you need. So you'll do that, right? And just make sure that Mason doesn't auto install it. That's the big thing you want, is that you do not want Mason or Mason tool installer to install it for you. Then when you're in a Gleam file, or if you're in a project with Gleam, NeoVim should see that you're in a Gleam file type, and it will use the Gleam binary on your system to run it. So the LSP is built into the Gleam binary, and that's how it works. So it's actually very simple to get set up. So if you go in there and then go to, just uninstall it from Mason completely. If you're still having problems, jump in our Discord and like at me, and I can help. Right, Ryan, back to ADHD meds. When my Vyvanse kicks in, it's like, if you can like, the best example I've ever described of what it's like when my ADHD meds kick in, it's like sitting in a noisy auditorium before like a concert or like a school assembly or something back in the day, where everyone's just chatting and it's noisy, and then when the drugs kick in, it's like the start of whatever the presentation is, and the entire auditorium just silences. That's what it's like in my brain when my meds kick in. So we need to figure out how to encode this as form encoded. X URL encoded. I wonder if Gleam has anything like this built in. I actually know nothing about this data format. It is not Patel. I've got my mom ended up coming down the weekend. I was gonna do it. I've been bad about planning it. I didn't know I had ADHD until I watched this one particular TikTok. Let me see if I can find it because I have it saved. And then like all my partners I've been with over the past decade basically have been like, yeah, we think you have ADHD. And like I was a very good college student. Like, I had basically like a 3.8 in college. I was like, there's no way. Like, I've always been a high achiever. I was like, no, I don't have ADHD. And then I started to realize after I watched this TikTok that I was like, oh, this is literally my life to a T. And then I started like noticing it, like literally yesterday, Ryan, where you left the coffee mug in the microwave. That used to be my life so hard. Every single day I would leave coffee in the microwave because I would forget to drink it. Then I'd go to microwave it and I would get distracted and I'd forget it was in the microwave. And then I'd make another cup of coffee and then I'd go to microwave that one. And then I'd find my coffee I drank earlier in the microwave that I forgot about. Literally every day. Okay, I found it. Let me send this to myself. All right, let me pull this up. So this was the TikTok I saw that caused me that caused me to have a conversation with my doctor. Let me pause the music. This was literally my life, or is my life if I don't take my meds, which I don't take my meds on the weekends because my family has a history of addiction and like I just want to like be super careful. Literally my life to a T. Like, and I was like to Justine, I was like, is your life not like this? And I like asked my mom, I was like, are you not like this? Like, is this not normal for everybody? And they're like, no. And I was like, oh, maybe you guys are onto something. So yeah, that's what caused me to have a conversation with my doctor. And then I went and got tested, and sure enough, they're like, yeah. And this is, the path for this is OAuth 2 /token. And then we'll set the body. We'll just comment this out right now. Request.set body. And we'll just say to do, and do that. And then down here we say use response. And we'll do this result.try. And we'll do in here client, and we'll pipe that to client.post request, and then we'll say result.replace error, which we shouldn't need to do that actually. We should come up with a pattern for that can share a type. But we can do that later. That's not super important. We don't have a decode error yet, but we will. I don't know what the type of this is. All right, fine, we have to write the decoder. So we need a pub function. Actually, that doesn't need to be a public function. We can just do function get token response decoder. This will return a decoder of get token response. And we're going to say dynamic dot decode 35 decode 5, and this will take get token response, and we got to go get speed dynamic what? Okay. Okay. So we'll come in here and we'll say dynamic dot field, and this will be access token, and this will be a dynamic dot string, and then we'll have change in there. That'll be expires in, and this will be a int, and refresh token will be dynamic dot field, dynamic dot string, and then we're gonna have to do we'll do that for now, even though it's wrong. We can until we write our decoder, we'll just say this is a string, and this will be token type. And we'll also say this is a string until we write that decoder. All right. So we should have enough code now to have ChatGPT generate these for us. So now we do, I don't know if that needs to be pub. I guess it does. We'll say pub function token get token response from JSON. This will take a JSON string, which will be a string, and we will return a result of a get token response and a decode error. And we'll say this is to do, and then we gotta go import. Oh, we have a decode error. Excellent. We come here and we will say JSON.decode our JSON string, and we'll pass in our get token from response decoder. Boom. I wonder if these should be consts instead of functions. Kind of think they should. Oh, that's why. Can I put it in a block? What about an immediately invoked function expression? Lame. Okay, so that's why we have to do it. Functions can't be called at the top level. Okay. What are you trying to do? Missed a bit. Right now we're just wiring up all the pieces to add network calls for our get token and refresh token. And that's just like writing the boilerplate of like serialization stuff or Serde stuff. But we're almost there. So down here now, we can go ahead and say our body. We don't have our body yet, but we can do this bit where we say, we GC that. And I guess we need to bring in API response. Get data from response. This is going to take our get I was trying to set a constant to the result of a function call, and you can't do that in the top level scope in Gleam. What up, John? Gleaming and streaming has been good. We're just writing some authentication boilerplate so we can use that in all of our clients, and I'm gonna end up scripting a little script in Gleam to set my tokens and stuff so I don't have to like potentially leak my shit on stream again like I did yesterday. What is this upset about? Unused private function. Shouldn't that fix itself? Yeah, there we go. Just got like cached. All right, so what's this saying? Yeah, this will be a get token error. Oh, shit. All right, so, okay. Let me make sure this doesn't come back on a data key. It does not. Okay. This is where we're going to want to use like the one of or dynamic.any. But that won't work because it has to be so I think it would end up being like, hold on. This might be confusing for a second. Let this equals dynamic.any. So joins multiple decoders into one run. They will each be tried in turn until one succeeds or they all fail. So I think we want dynamic.field and no, we don't actually. Dynamic.any, and this will be dynamic.field, and this will be data, and this will take a dynamic. I don't know if this is gonna work. List of our data decoder. Thank you for the follow there, Stupak. Does any must take a list, huh? Yeah, okay. So the other one we would want is just the, we would want like dynamic dot, data decoder. Wait, oh. So you're saying that would get rid of this right here? Sure. Nice, okay. Thank you for the pointer. I had no idea about that option. That's a nice little pointer. I had no idea about that. All right. In 6 minutes, chat, I'm gonna go throw my coffee mug on the charger and feed the dogs. Justine's running a bunch of errands this morning. All right, so we got that. Awesome. That is such a great pointer. Stupak, thank you so much. Okay, so back to Gleam. All right, so we're gonna need a second constructor, Twitch API list response. And this will take data that has data. Ah, okay. All right, let's see what we're gonna do here. See, this is some of the pain point of not having code gen and metaprogramming. Let's just grab that. API response decoder, and this will come into here, and then we'll response. We say dynamic decode. This is gonna get our Twitch API response, and then we're gonna say data decoder. And then we're gonna have basically that same function, and this is going to have Twitch API list response, and this is gonna have what our old one was, which is this one. Play that there, uncomment that, delete this, so to do nice. Hell yeah. That's beautiful. I tried Glorious Pandas on my Moonlander and I felt like they were too heavy. I don't know, they're perfect for me. Especially for the amount of typos I make. What do we think about that? I don't know if I love this response data pattern. I guess we can give some flexibility here. I'm in the middle of rewriting my event sublib to handle webhooks and conduits and redoing how I handle subscriptions config. There's no way to do it that I actually like. What are your options right now, I guess? I don't like this. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out that problem here in the next couple days too. Twitch API list response. I think I have to have an error somewhere right now. User. I feel like this has to have broken something. Yeah, here we go. In chat.gleam. Man, I don't know how I want to do this. Because I don't want this to return. I hate this structure right here. I don't want to percolate. So maybe we change this to be this. And then we have like this doesn't become public anymore. We get rid of this thing. We let this get inferred right now. Maybe we just don't even need this function. All right, let's work on the left. And let's rewrite this. So we have this Twitch API response, and we're gonna have to let's say response, we'll copy that, and we'll pipe that into response dot try map, and this is going to take a function which takes our API response, right? And let's just say we do API response, and let's paste that line, and then we'll let this get inferred. Expected type, let's just say okay. There we go. Next song. What does it? Yeah, it's breaking other stuff. Okay. What now? User. Yeah, okay. Great. Okay, so we're compiled. This should now tell us this. Yeah. And we want to match on this in here. Okay, I have an idea. So it'll be something like this. And we'll say this is going to be an error. And we'll say, you should probably have errors up here, yeah? Say pub type Twitch API response error, and we'll say invalid response type. And then we'll come down here and we'll say this is going to be an error of invalid response type. And find that. This will be an OK. And then we'll do the same thing. We'll say this is going to be get list data. And instead, this will be list response. Yep, great. Then we can say try map in here. This will be get data. We can delete that. And then we can yoink this function and we can say get list data. And this will be list. There we go. So that's not bad. Right. All right, so that's a pretty good API there. I like that a lot better. Okay. In fact, we can just get rid of that error. We don't need that. Okay. So now let's go fix up our things we just commented. We're not even gonna get the WebSockets today. Good lord. This will be get list data. Should that not get us what we're looking for? Yeah, I'm in Eastern time zone. I'm on the East Coast of the United States in Raleigh, North Carolina. Let's see here. We want this will return a. What is it inferring it to return right now? We can just copy that because that's probably right. Result of response. Yeah, that's like pretty close. We might be able to make that a little bit more. Yeah, this is going to return a response of. In fact, this should almost unbox the data, right? Like, that's a list. So we're going to return, let's just start annotating all of this. This is going to return a list of data or a invalid, or it'll be a Twitch API response error, which that shouldn't need to take any data now. Get rid of that. Okay, that looks good. Now let's type the other one. I'm not enjoying all this pollen and stuff blooming enough. I know my allergy. I don't know if you heard me sneezing earlier. I was dying. Are you in Raleigh or North Carolina, Ethics? We might have already talked about this. I don't remember. And this is just going to return data. Just outside of Raleigh, Sanford. Right. I was just down in Sanford literally this past weekend. What up, Weiroo? What does response try map? Am I just misunderstanding how this works? Gleam, HTTP, response. And where's that try map function? Try map is a function that takes a response, returns a result with a response in it. Ah. So maybe we do want to pass the result the whole way out. No, I don't want to pass HTTP response out to the caller. Okay, so we really want this to be a list of users. That's a much nicer API. Oof. Yeah, I've been taking Zyrtec every morning. So what is this getting inferred as? Response. We need to unbox that frickin' data from the response. It shouldn't be giving us a list either. I don't know why it thinks it's getting a list. How do I just get the body out of this thing? Do I just pattern match on it? Is that all I have to do here? Is so this is going to be, of course I have errors. Can I just ignore the rest of it? Okay. Okay. All right, there we go. That is what we do. So we're actually, because that's really annoying. Maybe that's worth a pull request. You can just access the body field. Oh. Because it's a... I didn't know I could do that, Brawl Hat. I'm not used to being able to use dot notation to access these fields. And that only works if every... Jesus. Guys, knock it off. It's just Dean. 1 second, chat. They haven't eaten yet. They haven't eaten yet. That was good. Thanks for running up and getting up here stuff.
I have my butt warmer on. I'm not even studying. Class ended like an hour and a half ago. I went to the chiropractor.
Oh, well.
This isn't sweat anymore.
Whatever.
Whatever. Hi, guys. Hi.
The use is like Ocamel's let bindings.
Let's get breakfast. Let's go get breakfast. Let's go get breakfast.
Which I don't even think I need this. Oh, no, I do. There we go. Yeah, OCaml let binding short circuit. So like in OCaml, if I had like let fun, returns result, right? And X be like let, I don't even know, but basically you would just do like let star value equals function that returns result some other thing value, right? This will basically say like if this is the OK value, unbox it, or if it's the error value, immediately return from scope. All right, so what's wrong with this now? This should be fine because this is returning a list, get list data.
Also, think of anything you might need grocery-wise.
Okay,
Make a list for me, and I'll go at noon.
sounds good. So what's this upset about now? Oh, we need to map this error. Right. So maybe we have like a decode error of decode error, and we can copy that. We can consolidate our errors now. Jump this over here, paste that there. So we have a decode error of a decode error. Say response decode error, and then we'll say we get a Twitch API. Like maybe we should just have an error module so we don't end up with circular dependencies. And let's grab this guy and paste this in here, and we'll find our delete CE. That over there, paste that in. Response decoder, and then we'll have a request encoder. I don't even know if we need that. So let's just say we have a request error. So I don't, if we go look at the client, I don't think there's any really specific errors in here. Yeah, API error. Let's just nix that. Maybe we just pass in the request. Oh, for Christ's sake. All right, we'll come back to that. Yeah, we're gleaming it up. When you get up in the morning, what is your morning routine? How long does it take you to get into a flow state for programming? Curious what everyone's experience is. I normally wake up. I start waking up. My alarm goes off at like 6:15, and I either snooze or just lay on my phone till like 6:45. I get up and I either take a shower, or if I showered like in the evening the night before, I won't shower in the morning. And then I'll just get up, get dressed, make coffee, take care of the dogs, and then I start streaming. And to like really start getting productive, it probably takes me like, I don't know, 30, 45 minutes. Oh, he just said BRB as I answered his question. Lol. All right, so we fixed that. We have an error in here. Let's go to API response now. In here, what is our warning? Okay. Yeah, I work remote. I work for Vercel. Try if I answered your question and while you were gone, my bad. My alarms go off around like 6:15 in the morning, and I lay in bed till like 6:45ish, and I either shower, or if I showered the night before, I just get changed, take care of the dogs, make coffee, sit down, start streaming, and it takes me like, I don't know, 30 to 45 minutes to feel like kind of in a flow with streaming. New job at Vercel is going super well. Vercel, by the way. Vercel, by the way. Vercel, by the way. Ton of fun, great coworkers, really good company culture. Yeah, I really love my job and I love my team. Do you find that forcing you to get into it is the most useful method? I wake up looking forward to streaming, like, because it's like my time to do like my personal projects and my interests. So like I wake up looking forward to it, and it's the time of the day where I'm the most energized. So it's kind of a good fit that like I have the most energy for the things I care the most about. And like I now like know that if I don't get up and going, that just means less time for me to do the things I want to do. So that's kind of all right, what is this? Get list data from response. Oh, right, we need to go map our responses to a error. So in here, we're gonna import glitch slash API slash error and bring in our error type. This will be Twitch. It should be Twitch API error. I don't have autocomplete. Right, and these are going to, where are my results at? And then down here, making Word. Nice. All right, this is going to be a nice big commit that gets a bunch of boilerplate in. The band is currently Forever the Sickest Kids. Keep on bringing me down. Man, I haven't heard that band name for quite a while. Let's see here. Back to our response module. This looks like it's working. One important question, how do you keep yourself from not burning out? The constant need to level up is tiring. I don't know. Like, I love my job, so that's good. And then, like, this is what I enjoy doing in my free time. So, like, I feel like I would burn out if I had to work on my personal projects in the evening, right? Like, I don't think I could go from work to personal projects because like I just don't have enough time and I'm tired at the end of the day, and then I would really dread it. But because I wake up in the morning and give myself that time and space to do the things I want to do, like doing my personal projects doesn't feel like a chore and I have a ton of energy. I definitely can feel burned out depending on how work goes, but I've always been okay with working through burnout. I really haven't experienced bad burnout since I started streaming. I imagine if I do hit some pretty bad burnout, I would probably take a pause from streaming for a bit and like just like play video games in the mornings or something. Um, but I haven't hit that yet, and I've been managing everything pretty well. BJ asked, how are you finding Gleam? I've been using Elixir for a while, but I miss some help that types and exhaustedness provides. And also I'm thinking of making the switch, even if it's in its infancy. I would 100% make the jump and take the risk. I don't mind that really. Also using NVIM. Oh, NeoVim. I find it weird that the LSP doesn't trigger. Yeah, so the LSP is where the team's focus is right now. They know there's some rough edges and pain points with it, so I would expect to see some pretty significant improvements over the next couple months. It's really not that bad once you get used to it. I've worked with way worse LSPs. So like once you get a feel for how the LSP likes to work right now, you can work around the problems pretty easy. But otherwise, I really, really like Gleam. I'm having a ton of fun writing it. I enjoy writing it. It makes a lot of sense. And it's got like everything I love in a programming language. See, John, I've been doing functional programming. Like my last job before Vercel, I was writing OCaml full time for like a year and a half. So like I got sucked into the functional programming world. My best tip to get good at functional programming is just start building. Like build stuff with Gleam, and eventually you'll figure out the patterns. And I feel like Gleam does a pretty good job because of how simple and bare bones the language is at guiding you to doing the right thing. So I think you'll pick up patterns pretty quick. Okay. So next we need to go fix, let's start with our user. Right. So this can now just be a Twitch API error. I'm guessing this is our problem right here. This probably returns you don't. There are efficient sorting algorithms for immutable data structures, though. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit slower, but here we go. This is what we wanted. So let's take this and we're going to delete, find there, put that there. Oops, find the comma, get rid of that. Pipe into here. And then we're going to say this is a result.map error. And this will be our decode error. Or actually, what does this return us? This returns a Gleam JSON decode error. Is that different from our normal decode error? No, that is our decode error. Dot type, and this will be our type decode. This is going to be such a nice refactor when we land this chat. Actually, we don't even need this, I don't think. We just need, we need to bring in response decode error. And then down here, we say this is going to map to a response decode error. And let's annotate this function so we don't lose that problem. We're going to return a result where we get data and a Twitch API error, right? Oh, Twitch API response data. Whoops. Yeah, that's what I meant. There we go. Beautiful. All right, let's go back to user. And that type checks. Hell yeah. Nice, chat. Look at that. Now we have uniform errors across the app. Okay, that was a worthwhile refactor, even though that took a while. We don't need to replace errors anymore because that's handled for us. We can delete that, find that. Client goes here. And we don't need to send, we can delete that. This is going to be a Twitch API error. And let's go import that. Glyph. Oh, this needs to be list data. Oh, we don't want the response, right? There we go. That works. And then up at the top, we can get rid of that. That looks good. And what file we're in. We're in chat. Now we want to go to auth. In here, we can get rid of this error. Same deal over here. We can now make this a uniform Twitch API error. I'm glad we did this because we were going to have to do this at some point, and it just cleans up so much repeated code. Look at that, chat. Let's go ahead. Let's make sure we're building. We are. Awesome. So refactor to use shared errors. And we're probably going to wrap up, chat, because I don't think we have enough time to do anything else. So let's go take a look at all the work we got done today, because even though we didn't get to the WebSocket client, which is what I really wanted to do, we got done. We added all of our scopes today. So we added all of that. And then we also added a bunch of error code. Like this is the significant one. We changed how we did responses too in the middle of all that. Like this function is super cool. Yeah, this is so much nicer. Like, I love this pattern right here. This is such a nice pattern. Nice. Okay, let's find someone to raid chat, and we'll finish on implementing the auth stuff tomorrow, and hopefully get into the WebSocket client then. We raided Brooks yesterday. Let's find somebody. Camera layouts. All right, we'll raid Prime. We haven't raided Prime in a while. Although we have 85 people watching right now. Like we could raid somebody that doesn't have a big stream. I always like doing that. Let's just take a gander before we choose Prime. I don't like doing any game dev stuff though. Oh, this is another language. God, everyone does game dev. We need like separate categories for game dev and then not game dev. There's a Python and Golang. They have 143. They're even bigger than us right now. French, coding, JavaScript, Vue, project LSM. What is this? Front-end development. This isn't helpful at all. Come on, people, you're making it hard here. All right, we're just gonna raid Prime. I'm gonna end up watching Prime anyways. All right, chat, we'll be back tomorrow morning. Like I said, hopefully we're gonna knock out the rest of our auth and get started on the WebSocket client, which I wanted to do today, but I think we made some great progress on refactoring our errors and response types. So worthwhile endeavors. Have a lovely hump day, y'all.